Welcome to Imaginative Visions Movie Talk. JDW here, and today I know I'm a little late with this review because I finally got a chance to see it. I've been busy, obviously, working on the relaunch of the website, so the website's up now, and you can actually find a written review of this film on imaginativevisions.com. But today, for my YouTubers out there, I am going to be talking about the Fantastic Four: First Steps. Let's give you a brief synopsis, and I'll give you my thoughts on the film. Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and the Thing face their most daunting challenge yet as they defend Earth from Galactus and the Silver Surfer. Now, I'm a huge fan of Marvel, huge fan of DC. If you see my other channel, Old Tacos and Geeks, you know I love my comic books. And let's be honest here. The Fantastic Four has not had a good adaptation in video games and movies. And well, TV they did pretty decent, and cartoons they did pretty decent. And yes, I will say this: Marvel Ultimate Alliance. If we include them in that, then yes, they did have a good adaptation as far as video games. But standalone, let's just say it's been nothing but misfires here. But I am happy to report that finally, Marvel Studios and Fantastic Four have come back to canon. And I am just absolutely thrilled. I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit nervous. I was nervous because Galactus. The fact that Galactus 1 was going to be the main villain of this introduction of the new Fantastic Four, I had 2007 vibes of Rise of the Silver Surfer, where it was just, oh my God, that cloud. God, that cloud. But let's get into it. So, how does this movie story wise work? It's a very simplistic story, believe it or not. And you know what? It's actually good that they went with this. There is a little bit of universe building for overarching for the MCU canon and what's going to happen in the future, but it does not overshadow. There's a couple of scenes and hints, little Easter eggs sprinkled around to give you that build up. But for the most part, we jump in already with this team being established. And honestly, it works. But I will say that this could have been one of those movies where a 2 hour and 30-minute runtime would have actually helped because not all of the casual audiences are going to know the origin story of the Fantastic Four. Now, don't get me wrong, the film does a really great job of doing exposition early in the beginning by showing you a couple of reels, a couple of quick cuts of what happened, explain how they got their powers and why they are so beloved and everything else. So it does do a good job with that. But I will say that it misses the emotional beats of something like Ben Grimm or someone like Ben Grimm wrestling with being the Thing here. There's a little glimpse of it with him wrestling with it, but it would have been nice to see Ben Grimm's origin story and how each of them really dealt with their initial reaction of becoming the Fantastic Four and dealing with these particular powers. But I will have to say, from a story standpoint, it's a very simple story. Galactus is here. He wants to eat the planet Earth. He wants Sue and Mr. Fantastic Reed Richards' baby, and he is going to stop at nothing to get there. I will have to say that the Silver Surfer story in here is way better. Surfer is more menacing in this one. The Surfer actually has a lot more characterization in this one. And overall, it's a very good, fun-filled film. However, if you are looking for your typical action spectacle that you expect from the MCU, the Fantastic Four Four Steps is, excuse me, Four Steps. The Fantastic Four First Steps is very light on the action. So you're going to get a couple of action in the beginning, a little sprinkle in the middle, and then you have your big payoff. But it's not even like a CGI really fast. It's just You'll see what happens. I'm keeping it spoiler free here. But I will have to say this: I had a really pleasant, good time here. The soundtrack was also amazing, really beautiful score. But I also want to give a shout out to the direction of this one because this is a very visual, very unique look for the MCU. We haven't seen the kind of period piece type of aesthetics from the MCU since Captain America and the first Avengers. I will have to say, if I was going to give it something that I will reference to in terms of look and feel, I will go with that particular film because the way they captured the 1960s and used this retro futuristic style, it just really brings it out. It's a beautiful looking film. And I will have to just say they did a wonderful job on the aesthetics, and especially when it comes to the CGI of this, it's not distracting. There are a couple of rough scenes in here, but I will have to say Galactus and Silver Surfer, amazing, absolutely amazing, especially in the climax scene where, well, you've seen it in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler. When Galactus finally reaches Earth, it is a visual feat. Acting wise, let's touch on the acting. How is the acting in this film? The casting was great. Vanessa Kirby is the heart of this film as Sue Storm. She is the rock that keeps everything together here. And Pedro Pascal nails it as Reed Richards. He brings this kind of paranoia type of Reed Richards here. That, and for those who read the comics, you know Reed always thinks of the worst type of outcomes, and he's always working. He brings that, and Pedro really captures that essence of Reed Richards very well. It'd be nice if he gets rid of the signature mustache, but that's his calling card. But come on, Pedro. I mean, even an Equalizer, that was off when you was with Denzel. But yeah, Ben Grimm, uh, amazing. Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, Galactus. Julia Gardner did excellent Silver Surfer. Acting all around was just amazing. I really enjoyed it. This is our Fantastic Four, so I'm very ready for Doomsday. Overall, I am going to give our rating system, and our rating system is a little bit different here at Imaginative Visions. We don't do stars, we don't do numbers, we don't do letters. I have something called the popcorn meter, as you can see right here. So the popcorn meter consists of this: overflowing bucket, a masterpiece captivating from start to finish; full bucket, a strong, satisfying watch with plenty to enjoy; the half bucket, entertaining in parts but uneven overall; a few kernels, lacks flavor, only small moments worth noting; and then the dreaded empty bucket, flat, forgettable, not worth your time. I'm giving the Fantastic Four First Steps a full bucket. It is a strong, satisfying watch with plenty to enjoy. You can read the full review at imaginativevisions.com. Thank you for all your support. What did you think of the Fantastic Four First Steps? Comment below, let me know. We'll discuss it. If you like what we do here, hopefully we earned your subscription. So if we did, please hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. I'll be back with more movie reviews, book reviews, anime reviews, the whole enchilada here at Imaginative Visions, my friends. Later days. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.